Hey, welcome to Foreigner in the Philippines. Thought we'd give you the statistics that we have released by the Department of Health, actually, on Facebook. And apparently, as of today, 4 p.m., the figure was 2,084 for cases. And let me see, it says 49 recovered, and sadly 88 have been fatalities. So we're still really not sure exactly what these figures mean. As far as Bohol goes, which is where we live, then we are counting ourselves as being fortunate, because so far we don't have any figures for Bohol. We're an island. Beth's brother is one of the barangay police, just one of the police, who are patrolling the shore between us and Cebu, because I think that they've had one case of one person who managed to get somebody to bring him over to Bohol on one of the smaller pump boats. He or she, or how many was that, Beth?
I'm not sure. Possible two, I don't know.
Yeah, well, however many were actually apprehended, and they of course now have gone into 2 weeks quarantine, but they'll be facing some penalties when they come out of that quarantine. They won't be able to just walk away. So I think they're actually under like home arrest come quarantine, and quite rightly they should be held accountable for coming over, not actually sure as to whether they are infected or not. So as I say, we've been out only to do our charity welfare work, because we have a number of families who depend on us for groceries, not completely, but until we hear for definite whether the barangay or the government at large has actually got their grocery deliveries into action, then we've taken out and done this month's groceries. The rice that we send up to the Village of Hope, usually they're going to come down and bring the bus down and pick up that rice at the sari-sari store, and I'm sure that they will be exempted. So that's what's happening. It still seems like the best way to stay out of trouble and out of infection is to stay at home and keep social distance. Now that I find that easy. I found that very easy when we went into town. We wore masks, and I didn't get out of the car, and Beth got out very briefly to go into the bank. I parked outside the bank. She went into the bank and came out and got back into the truck, and it was as easy as that. So we haven't found it difficult at all. We've filled up the tank on the Raptor before any of this quarantine or clampdown happened, so we have the gas to be able to be going in and out. We won't be doing any more of that now, because we're good on grocery deliveries for a month now. So we're hoping that things will start to resolve. According to what I've seen, and I have lots of information sent to me on YouTube, on our channel, and it seems that this is about the time when most people will be seeing the incubation period is at an end. In other words, they'll know whether they've been hit or not with the virus. So if so far you're in this area at least, and you're feeling okay, haven't been getting a little progressively worse, then you should be okay. Those figures that we've quoted, 2,084, are for the Philippines at large, and so we're hoping that those figures are real and true, and not a great deal more. We did hear today from one of our subscribers in the UK that the UK have been releasing figures lately which are much greater than what was originally released. So seems like they haven't been completely open about the number of cases that they've had. I have people there that I care about. I hope everything is going to go fine for them. So thanks for looking in. This was just a brief look at what's happening, and we hope that you're staying home, being happy to do that. I see that now on the TV that there's and on YouTube that there's a whole rash of people coming up with ideas for what you can do to keep yourself occupied. Well, I'm sure that there are, and I'm sure in 9 months we'll hear all about them. Okay, thanks for looking in, and bye for now.